Hey everybody. I just wanted to come to you today. I just wanted to share some information. I was talking with a student today and we were talking about the importance of warming up. Sorry about that. That was my dog. The importance of warming up your vocal cords. As someone that sings and anybody that's watching this that is on a consistent schedule where they're singing consistently like every week or whatever the case may be, you know how sometimes you can just get busy and forget to warm up. You forget to make sure that you are warming up. Why? Because it's like you're going to be singing this time and sometimes things may come up. It's something that we should definitely always incorporate into our morning routine or our routine before we actually go on to sing, to perform. And I'm using the word perform and not because, when I say perform, I just mean something that we are doing. But I think of warming up. Okay, if you've ever been to the gym or worked out or done anything, when it comes to physical activity, the instructor or the trainer or whoever it is, or you might even hear your friends tell you, probably should stretch, warm up. If you're going to be lifting weights, if you're going to be doing cardio, just start off slow, stretch your legs, stretch your muscles. Why? Because you don't want to pull a hamstring, you don't want to pull a muscle, you don't want to be sore afterwards if you're doing a lot. It's the same exact thing when you're singing. Our bodies are full of these muscles and ligaments, and some of them, because we don't see them, it's hard for us to imagine that we use them or that they're in use consistently, but they are. So it's the same exact thing with your vocal cords. When it's time for you to sing, in order for your voice to be completely ready and to give you the best quality voice that you can actually give, to be the best that you can be, is you gotta warm those vocal cords up. Otherwise, just like it is when you're in the gym, you pull a muscle, you'll strain, you'll screech, you'll lose your voice easily, especially depending on how you're singing. You'll miss a note. I mean, there's so many things that can happen. When you're done, you'll be so vocally fatigued, you're trying to figure out why. Why? It's because instead of warming up and letting your voice build to its fullest potential, you just said, oh, here, blah, and just let it all out. Okay? Well, there might be times where you might be able to get away with that. I'm not going to sit here and lie, act like I've never warmed, like I warm up every single time. Because like I said, I definitely get myself out of the habit sometimes, and I have to remind myself, get back in the habit of warming up if you want to really be at your best. Especially for me, I sing on the praise and worship team. And for me, I'm like, okay, well, I want to make sure I give God my best, right? In order for me to do that and to be able to last the entire time with a full, strong voice, I gotta warm up my voice. My voice is always better when I warm up. And I can guarantee you, if you start just incorporating warming up your vocal cords before you sing, don't start if you're singing in the morning, if you know you have to sing in the morning, like if you're on praise and worship team, or if you have a performance that's early in the morning, just start warming up right when you get out of bed. You can just hum. You can do some light lip trills. You can, I wouldn't encourage just getting up and start belting. There are some people that can do that. I'm not going to sit here. There are some people that their vocal cords are so resilient, they can just do whatever the heck they want with their voice. They can scream and holler and I mean, some people's vocal cords are that resilient. Mine are not. But for most people, even those people that have resilient vocal cords, they will still be at their absolute best once they have warmed up their vocal cords. So anyway, I just wanted to share that information. When you do warm up, just make sure you start light. Start with light warm-ups, then slowly build. And lastly, when you warm up, make sure that they are intentional to what you're going to be singing or how you're going to be singing. And when I say how, I mean what type of music, what style. So when I was in school, it was mainly all classical music. Now, I don't sing classical music outside. I didn't sing it outside of school. So when I warmed up for school recital or for a performance or before a lesson, when I was doing that or practicing, they were intentional to classical music. So not that I would do completely different warm-ups. Some of them may have been, but the way I used my voice was intentional to that. Now, when I sing for church, it's completely different. I'm doing a lot of belting. So I'm going to do warm-ups that are intentional to belting. I'm going to do, and again, still starting off light and slowly building so that your voice can stretch, like when you yawn, you know, or when you do that morning stretch, okay? In the morning, make sure they're intentional. Make sure that you do it. Make sure it's a good enough time, but also don't overdo it on the warm-ups. But just make sure that your voice is nice and ready and reared up to go. So anyway, didn't mean to take up so much of your time, but I do thank you for listening. If you have any comments, feel free to put it in the comments box. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it. But thank you so much for listening. Ta-ta.